How do you build the invisible? Seriously, think about that for a second. When you construct a skyscraper, you've got steel, concrete, and glass. You can literally see the progress, touch the materials, and physically measure its structural integrity. But in today's world of rapid digital transformation, we're tasked with building massive, incredibly complex digital platforms entirely out of logic, code, and unseen frameworks. Designing these invisible structures without the physical materials we're so used to relying on, that's a monumental challenge. So how do we make sure they don't just collapse under their own weight?
Well, welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to answer exactly that question. I'm absolutely thrilled you're here with us, because we're exploring the ultimate framework that bridges those high-level, abstract concepts with scalable, enterprise-level implementation. I'm talking about StarUML. Whether you're a software architect, a developer, or a system analyst, understanding how to model and visualize intelligent software systems is literally the thing that separates a chaotic, fragile application from a robust, future-ready digital solution. Okay, let's dive into this master blueprint for today's Explainer. We'll kick things off with the architectural foundation, move right into mastering UML system design. Then we'll tackle designing enterprise ecosystems, look at collaborative agile engineering, and wrap it all up with future-ready digital innovation. So let's start right at the ground level with Section 1, the architectural foundation and how we plan for digital transformation. Much like that physical skyscraper we just talked about, you just can't start building software on a whim. Intelligent architectural planning is the secret sauce that empowers organizations to develop applications that aren't just functional for today, but can actually scale to meet ever-changing business demands. By optimizing your architectural decisions early on, you're essentially aligning your current tech capabilities with your grand long-term strategy. And how exactly do we do that? Well, we do it using UML. That stands for Unified Modeling Language. And it's basically a structured approach for representing system behaviors, relationships, and operational workflows. You can think of this as the essential universal language used by architects to draft complex software blueprints. It lets us map out system constraints and dependencies long before a single line of code is ever compiled. Zooming in a bit, let's hit Section 2, Mastering UML System Design, the real blueprint of object-oriented systems. StarUML bridges this truly massive gap. Picture this. On one side, you have the chaotic, swirling, abstract strategic goals of a business. It's kind of messy, right? But on the other side, you need highly organized, perfectly scalable tech architectures. StarUML serves as your ultimate drafting table here. It takes those intangible, floating ideas and transforms them into something structured, solid, and totally predictable. And this brilliantly illustrates how we actually get there. Architects rely on core visual models, specifically use case, class, sequence, and activity diagrams. Think about it. When everyone from your back-end developer to your business analyst can look at and understand the exact same sequence diagram, you eliminate a massive amount of confusion. It takes project unpredictability right out of the equation. This whole modeling journey follows a pretty strict step-by-step chronology. We start with a conceptual idea, move into requirement analysis, then architectural planning, and finally, scalable implementation. Visualizing this entire process helps you optimize decisions way before implementation even begins. Trust me, doing this dramatically reduces those super expensive, migraine-inducing bottlenecks later down the development cycle. Now let's zoom back out for Section 3, Designing Enterprise Ecosystems, or as I like to call it, scaling the digital skyline.
We're looking at the macro level now because modern businesses absolutely aren't just building isolated little apps anymore. No way. They're building massive, interconnected digital cities. Scaling up means you are dealing with incredibly complex distributed ecosystems across web, mobile, and cloud-native microservices. In this environment, interoperability, that is hands down your biggest hurdle. Now, what's really interesting about this ecosystem breakdown is how enterprise architecture seamlessly integrates 4 critical components: applications, databases, cloud services, and business processes. Modeling these complex, deeply intertwined relationships through comprehensive UML methodologies just instantly strengthens your architectural decision-making across the entire enterprise stack. It brings everything into one transparent system.
Shifting gears to the human element, we arrive at Section 4, Collaborative Agile Engineering, which is all about coordinating the construction crew. At the end of the day, systems are built by people, so this human element is absolutely critical. As our source material points out, StarUML simplifies stakeholder communication by providing intuitive visual representations. Whether you're working at a scrappy little startup or a massive global enterprise, these visual models act as a universal language. They get multidisciplinary teams on the same page, accelerating technological innovation in fast-paced, agile environments.
And that brings us to our final stage, Section 5, Future-Ready Digital Innovation, focusing on building adaptable systems. Listen, it's just not enough to build a digital skyscraper that works for today. You have to ensure it's completely sustainable for tomorrow. StarUML actively future-proofs your systems by supporting cross-platform architectures and model-driven engineering. By promoting modular software design and continuous documentation, you're basically building in the heavy-duty structural reinforcements necessary for true long-term application scalability. So the crucial point is this: comprehensive modeling practices remain absolutely indispensable for digital transformation. They're non-negotiable. Modern businesses must have versatile platforms capable of definitively bridging abstract conceptual design with hard, practical implementation. You literally have to transform the invisible into something manageable, and this is how you do it. Which leaves us with one final, provocative thought to reflect on today. Take a hard look at your own projects and ask yourself, is your software architecture truly ready to adapt to tomorrow's digital ecosystem? Are you building on a rock-solid foundation of visual blueprints, or are you just kind of hoping your unseen structures will hold up to the weight of the future? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this deep dive into intelligent system design helps you build stronger, more adaptable digital worlds.